6:55, -1 degree, and the yard coffee machine has produced something that is technically neither coffee nor liquid. Welcome back. Quick one for the new people. I'm Vic, agency driver, saving every euro I can for my own truck. The plan is simple. The plan is slow. The plan is the plan. Now, today's a long one. 940 kilometers, Sarajevo to Constanța. And normally I'd walk you around the truck first, but forget the truck for a second. Because last week, something happened. Titan Wheels VTC called me. The Titan Wheels. Big blue trailers. Adverts at every airport. Europe's most trusted fleet. The company every driver in this yard pretends they wouldn't join, while secretly checking the careers page on their lunch break. I had a telephone interview with them. And I need you to understand, everything I'm about to tell you on this drive is word for word what the man said to me. I haven't changed a thing. I couldn't. You cannot write this. Let's hook up the trailer. Then I'll tell you everything. Before we get rolling, I need to show you something. Last week, Titan Wheels called me, yes, them, and I recorded the whole thing because I knew it was going to be educational. Now, if you're under 18 in Europe or under 21 in the US, your drink should be juice. Everyone else, you might want something stronger than the yard coffee, because what you're about to hear is corporate comedy at its absolute peak. Ladies and gentlemen, the boss.
Perfect. You're exactly the kind of reckless, barrier-scraping talent we've been searching for. I've seen your tracking data. Incredible stuff. You treat road barriers like old friends, always staying in touch. You can start today. Right now, even. Grab the Iveco Outback. Yes, that one. Rusty, base model, 310 horsepower on a good day, downhill with the wind behind it. And don't worry about the check engine light. That light is not broken, my friend. That light is loyal. It has been on since 2011, and it has never missed a single day of work, unlike my last driver. Now, small detail, we won't pay you for today. We're currently on a negative euro balance, because somebody thought a 90-degree turn works at 140 kilometers an hour. So today is not a work day. Today is an erudition. Survive 5 minutes in traffic without crying or getting hit by a little red car. And maybe, from tomorrow we talk about money. Or at least a GPS that stops recommending swimming routes.
You treat barriers like old friends. That was his hello. The man had been watching my tracking data like a nature documentary, and here we see the agency driver in his natural habitat, gently greeting the barrier at Junction 4. And the check engine light isn't broken, it's loyal. 13 years of perfect attendance. Honestly, that light has a better employment record than anyone at that company. But my favorite word, audition. I've heard of unpaid trial days. I have never heard one rebranded as a talent show. What do I win? Tomorrow I win the chance to do it again. Tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm sat here in a full-size man TGX XL, and I've never once considered a swimming route. Small victories.
Now, your routes. Only the finest. Italy, Spain, the south of France, the crown jewels of Europe. We only send drivers where it is minimum 40 degrees outside. Postcard weather. Small note. Your truck has no air conditioning. I untick that box personally. Weight reduction. Every kilogram counts. I also untick the radio, the second sun visor, and the cup holder. Your truck, my friend, is basically an athlete now. But look at the perks. You leave your water bottles on the dashboard. And by lunchtime, warm water, free of charge. Some drivers pay good money for tea. You're basically halfway there. And the heat. You'll sweat like a champion. You'll lose weight. Less weight means less food. Less food means less spending at the fuel stations. You see what I'm doing? I'm not removing your air conditioning. I am investing in your future. Other companies give you a gym membership. I give you the gym. So, beautiful sunshine. Warm drinks on tap, a slimmer, healthier you, and a French toll booth every 2 kilometers, which, naturally, you pay yourself from your own pocket. It's called independence.
He unticked the air conditioning for weight reduction. The AC weighs about as much as a medium-sized dog. My trailer alone is carrying 14 tons of ice cream. But no, it was my comfort slowing the truck down. And the cup holder went too. What was the cup holder weighing? 30 grams. Other companies give you a gym membership. I give you the gym. I actually had to hold the phone away from my face. The man turned a missing air conditioner into a wellness program. And meanwhile, this is the part that finishes me. Behind me right now. 14 tons of ice cream are traveling at a lovely, climate-controlled -20, all the way to Romania, at Titan wheels. The ice cream rides first class, and the humans ride oven.
Now, compensation? Are you sitting down? 2,000 euros a month? No. 2,200, you know what? I like you. 2,400. We pay the absolute maximum here. The other companies, peanuts. Actual peanuts. One driver told me he got paid in vouchers. There is one tiny, microscopic detail, barely worth mentioning. Your salary is paid at the end of the month, if the company makes a profit. And let's be honest, between the speed cameras in Germany, the tolls in France, and the fact that I just took a €400,000 loan for my new customized V8 with heated massage seats, profit is more of a concept, a dream we are all chasing together. But we are a family here, and like in every family, when money is tight, the children eat last. Besides, you're thinking about this all wrong. Money comes and goes, but experience is priceless, which is exactly why we cannot put a price on it. That's not me being cheap, that's mathematics. And one day, after years of grinding, you'll have enough experience to open your own little company. One dusty garage, one rusty truck, and then you will hire your own rookie, and you will give him the warm dashboard water. It's the great circle of tracking, Simba, everything the headlights touch.
Next topic, accommodation. Now, when normal companies say accommodation, they mean hotels, rooms, maybe a bed. That isn't a crime scene. But this man, no, he had his own definition. Here we go.
Accommodation completely free. On the house, you get a 2-bed suite with panoramic windows and a different view every single day. Show me a hotel that offers that. Fine. Technically the 2 beds are bunks behind the driver's seat, and technically the mattress remembers every driver who ever slept on it. It has history, character, a certain aroma of adventure and old socks. But 2 beds, you can sleep in one and keep your snacks in the other. That's called a lifestyle. Now, one rule, one single sacred rule. When you park for the night, even if it is 45 degrees outside in a dusty car park in southern Spain, the engine goes off. No idling for air conditioning. Why, the planet, my friend, the polar bears, every drop of diesel you burn to stay comfortable is a drop stolen from a hard-working colleague. You want comfort, the polar bears want ice. Who are you to argue with a polar bear? So, you switch off, you close your eyes, and you embrace the warmth for 9 mandatory hours. Scientists describe the temperatures inside that cab as interesting, and when you wake up completely soaked in sweat, congratulations, that's a natural shower. Free sauna in the evening, free shower in the morning. Other companies charge for wellness. We are wellness.
So yeah, that's the accommodation. 2 bunks, 1 mattress with memories, and a 9-hour sauna for the polar bears. Meanwhile, my ice cream sits at -20, living better than I do. Anyway, moving on. Alright, next topic. The schedule. This is where the man stopped pretending to be normal. Most companies talk about legal hours, rest breaks, sanity. He talked about something else entirely. Here we go.
The schedule, very flexible. Very flexible. You drive maximum. 12 hours a day. Okay, 15. Look, let's be adults. 17. 18 hours, somewhere in there, the rest of the day is completely yours. Sleep, cry, learn the accordion. I don't interfere with your personal time. I'm not a monster. And the driving hours rules. My friend, we don't break rules here. We dance with them. Every time your wheels stop, traffic jam, red light, ferry queue, you flip that tachograph too. Availability. If the truck isn't moving, you're officially resting. A 45-second red light. That's a power nap. A 3-mile traffic jam at a border crossing. That's a spy day. And honestly, you should thank me. For the long hours. After hour 30 behind the wheel, wonderful things happen. The road signs start dancing, the little cars start sparkling, the motorway becomes a light show. Other people pay for 3D cinema. My drivers get the full experience free every single week. Plus, think about it. If you never sleep, you deliver faster. And if you deliver faster, you can start your next shift sooner. It's not exhaustion, my friend. It's efficiency.
So, that's the schedule. 17 hours of flexibility, and a traffic jam counted as a spa day. At this point, I'm not a driver. I'm a hallucination with a license. Anyway, I've got a long haul ahead of me. I'm going to stay on the road for the next couple of minutes. So just sit back, watch the scenery, and enjoy the rhythm of the highway. It's honestly the most sane part of this whole job. Let's get the miles in.
You asked earlier about facilities, the bathroom situation. My friend, let me tell you about freedom. At this company, the bathroom is wherever you decide it is. I don't pay for premium rest stops. I don't route you past the fancy stations. Out there, you are the manager of your own comfort. You have the bushes, you have the countryside, and you have, for emergencies, what we in the industry call a temporary auxiliary storage container. Very professional, very discreet. It lives on the passenger seat. Every serious driver has one. I mean, think about it. Did man build a bathroom behind the driver's seat? No. Did Scania install plumbing? No. So why are you asking me? I don't design the trucks. Take it up with Sweden. And here's the beautiful part. Every euro we save on those overpriced motorway bathrooms goes into a very special fund, the company morale fund. And what is the company's morale, you ask? The company's morale is ME on a beach in the Maldives. When I am relaxed, the whole company is relaxed. It flows downward, like a waterfall of positivity. This isn't cost-cutting, my friend. We call it synergistic comfort optimization. You optimize your comfort, and I optimize my tan. Partnership. Now, sign the contract.
Right? Sign the contract. Because nothing says dream job like a boss who calls a bucket of luxury and tax evasion synergistic comfort. I'm not sure if you want a driver or a survivalist. Anyway, I'm done talking for a bit. I'm going to keep the truck rolling for the next 2 minutes, so just listen to the engine and watch the road. It's the most peaceful part of this entire ordeal. Let's just put some distance between us and that conversation. Next topic, the dispatcher. This is where logic packed its bags and left. Most dispatchers organize routes, solve problems, keep things moving. This guy, he didn't dispatch freight. He curated adventures.
Now, you won't be lonely out there. You'll work very closely with our lead dispatcher. Wonderful man, intense, very present. You see, the road can be lonely, so as a free mental wellness service, he stays on the radio with you from sunrise to midnight. Company, conversation, constant conversation. Yes, sometimes he reroutes you over the twistiest mountain road on the map with a 60-ton load, but that's not cruelty. That's a team-building exercise for a team of one. And yes, he pings you every 4 minutes, asking why the tracker shows 89 kilometers an hour instead of a flat 90. He once called a driver to ask why he blinked for so long. That's not micromanagement, my friend. That is attention to detail. And when he calls you at 3 in the morning about a 1% damage mark on a load of used packaging, he's not shouting. He is projecting encouragement. It's an interactive safety feature. You cannot fall asleep at the wheel if you are never allowed to relax. See, we're a family that cares about your engagement.
Fair point. Let's call it a tactical override. I'm trading the dispatcher's voice for a better beat. Enjoy the ride. Let's just put some distance between us and that conversation.
Yeah. Pop in, burning like this, ain't checking my wrist. Third is my shift. Rolling all night like flex. We look at the clips, these credits are lit. Stacking miles, I'm far away from home. I got what I wished for. Taking that risk, I'm checking my list. Marathon man, it's run legit. Can't let it slip when it's all in my grip. Talking too much, he probably not it. All that I did, calls I missed, time I spent. Yeah, that's that blood, sweating my love. Taking that tug out of the mud. Rough only get picked up like a truck. Went in the clutch, that is a must. Wake up, get to it, ain't nothing about it. The only way to it is do it, no way around it. I'm 40, we cruising like the Caribbean with mileage. I'ma always be solid, I'm a young brother with knowledge. Go do the science, dog. Always I'm like a pilot, dog. Look at my eyes, I'm tired, dog. The time that it takes, I made for the space. Gotta build my empire, dog. I make sales, not a buyer, dog. You don't compare.
See, much better than a 3 a.m. lecture on packing tape. Let the bass handle the stress for a minute.
Liar, dog. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Go, 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 go. Get off your phone, can't sit at a green light. Look how that shine reflect like a ring light. This is my podium, talking to 3 mics. I'm not no Brennan, have the team winning. If I said it, you know that I'm in it. They tryna live on the corner, I bend it. Can't take those chances, ain't talking about Bennett. When they too lazy, they talking like critics. Why you so mad? Go get a bag. I'm in the lab, I don't move the same. Off of the password, back in my lane. I cannot sit in one place like a stain. Sharing that paper like ripping the page. I'm gonna be the last one to remain. Walk with the nearest, I'm spitting that flame. Hop out the cycle like it ain't a thing. Doing them heels, we running up. Hotel bar after the gig. Something to sip and getting drunk. Better case hold, baby, we gonna dip. Was I'm bad in them apartments. Started hitting the target. Started flooding the market. Started moving smarter until we runs about the garden. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row.
Alright, beats fading, back to the grind.
I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Stack it up till it can't fold. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10 in a row. I just did 10, gotta go. Go, 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 go.
All right, 9-hour rest. Parked up engine off, dignity optional. At this point, I'm basically a decorative item in a lay-by. Next up, time off. Most people get holidays or weekends, things that actually exist. But my boss, he offered me a flexible lifestyle opportunity, which is just corporate speak for we own your soul until the fuel light comes on.
Finally, holidays. Time off. Let's talk about it. They tell you, we keep you on the road for 6 months at a time. It's called the community. Apparently, it's all about friendship, the kind of deep, meaningful connection where a guy from 3 countries over honks at you warmly right before he clips your mirror on a blind corner. And honestly, what would you even do at home? Go outside, touch grass, my friend. Look out your windscreen grass. Hundreds of kilometers of it blurring by on both sides of the motorway. You see more nature in a single shift than a home dweller sees in a year. You're not missing out. You are nature, just, nature at 90 kilometers an hour.
Your family.
Listen, your sofa doesn't miss you. Your lawn doesn't miss you. Well, the lawn misses you a little. It's getting quite long. But that's a them problem. So, 6 months on the road, then 1 week at home. Actually, let's say 3-4 days. Or, for the truly elite drivers, a video call from a fuel station, waving. Home is overrated, my friend. Your truck never asks you to take out the bins. You stay here with us, in the community.
And the best part? After 6 months of that freedom, you finally get home, only to realize your own dog doesn't even recognize you anymore. Anyway, that's enough out of me for a while. You lot enjoy the game. I'm going to disappear into the quiet for a bit. Alright, final part, the grand finale. This is where it all went sideways, and honestly, it was beautiful.
So listen. Listen. If you prove yourself, if you grind like an absolute legend for this company, if, instead of a lazy 15 hours, you pull a 20-hour mountain marathon, I will personally honour you. By the entrance of our main garage, I will raise a statue of you. So every new driver remembers your name forever. I already have 3, you know. Well, they're not statues exactly. It's a whiteboard with 3 names on it. 3 magnificent drivers who worked so hard, gave so much, that nobody has seen them since 2019. But their spirit lives on, right there, on the whiteboard, next to the fire exit.
So, that's everything.
Grab your energy drink and sign here. Just accept on the company rulebook.
400 pages.
No, don't read it. Nobody reads it.
Page 340 says, "You owe me your boots."
It's fine. It's standard. Our beautiful starter garage in Bratislava awaits you. Let's go, driver. Wheels turning. The economy waits for no one.
So that was the interview. A masterpiece of chaos, comedy, and creative management techniques. But underneath all the nonsense, there's something real. Every driver out there deserves respect, time, and a life that isn't measured only in kilometers. We keep the world moving. Maybe one day it'll move for us too. Police helping a stranded driver. Visible proof that support exists. Just not for me. Keep watching. Management insists the finale is impactful. Next 20 minutes just driving. No drama, no surprises, just me, the road, and whatever thoughts decide to bother me. Approaching the customer site. Time to pretend I'm organized and awake. Trying to find the delivery spot. It's here somewhere, allegedly. Feels like they hid it just to test my patience. Trying to check the mirrors, but I'm too tired to see anything. At this point, I'm just guessing with confidence. Alright, that's the run. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. Always good to have someone on the road with me.